Here we go. So, guys, thank you very much for jumping in. Part two of Aaron's series here, the ultimate listing process. If you missed part one, it is available. You can find it on the Freedom Team YouTube page. You can also find it on Aaron's YouTube page. I've got it on my YouTube page. Multiple places where you can get it. If you're part of EXP, you can find it in the Freedom Team Workplace group. If you're not with EXP, again, this is open to everybody, all agents, everywhere. Nothing to do with EXP, just, value add. We're doing this all the time. We do these Wednesday series, kind of taking like one topic, diving in a little deeper, whatever. We also have a Tuesday mastermind that we do every week. And again, all these are open to everybody. So the more interaction, the better. If you can turn on your camera, please do so. Watch your mics. Okay. That's the one thing every week I'm sitting here. This is the hardest part of my job, is sitting here trying to find the person that has a mic open with the dog barking, right beside him, or the kids screaming in the background or whatever, and trying to keep that all going here. So try and watch your mics, guys. Turn them off if you can, whatever. If you need to ask a question, you can put the questions in the chat. You could also, raise your hand up here. We will be, there will be some interaction. I'll leave that up to Aaron, how he wants to take that. If we need to pause along the way and ask questions, we can certainly do that. So anyway, my buddy Aaron, we've known each other, over 20 years now, met at a real estate conference, joined a coaching program. We were in a class together for a long time. He ended up becoming a coach with that program over time, and grew his business up to the top 50 in Keller Williams around the world. So had a huge business, started his own brokerage in 2009, moved that brokerage over here to EXP back, 5 years ago? Is that right?
April 1st. Yeah.
April 1st. Yeah, there you go. Coming up on your anniversary. Or you had your anniversary.
Yeah.
Jeez, years getting away from us. So anyway, Aaron, go ahead and take it. Part two. Last week was awesome. I'm ready to take notes, because who couldn't use more leads and more listings and whatever. I'm ready to go. So you got some things going. So take it away, man. Appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, no problem. So last week, obviously, we went through the whole process of how do we...
What's that?
Hey,
there we go. Danielle, what's up, Danielle? Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, so we went through the process, how to prepare for the appointment so that you win the listing every single time. Now, I kind of want to section this off before that happens, and then once you have the listing. So the first thing we'll get into is kind of, how do we get listings? Where do they come from? What are we doing to produce business? Basically, that's the hardest thing anybody I talk to across any market right now is, how are you getting listings, right? So I'll go through just about everything I have here. If you need to interrupt me, I don't have a problem with it. The easiest way, though, is in chat, right? And then we can answer that. And I'll pause after each of these. Some of these I'll go into like great detail on. Some of these I'll go into minor detail. So let's start. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, hopefully. Let's see here.
We see it. You're good.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay. So you see my little run list on the side here, or maybe you can't see it. But so the first thing we're going to start with is doing a CMA a day. So this program, basically, I call it CMA a day, but actually it should be more like try to get 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 CMAs a day out. It just depends on how big your list is. So I start, of course, with the people that already know, like, and trust me. That would be people that have already done business with me, either that's buyer or seller, a sphere of influence, friends, family, neighbors. Think of all the people that already know you. If you walked into a room and they know you, you should be able to have, 1, their address, 2, their email address, so you can set this up. So basically the CMA a day is fairly a simple process. I do a Loom video. You can use BombBomb. Some people use BombBomb. Some people use...
Yo, John.
What was that?
Go ahead. You're good.
Got to figure that out, Jeff.
Watch your mics. We're going to get this figured out so everybody comes in muted, but that's okay. Go ahead.
All right. So what we start with is basically we do a short video. You can see this person is actually a lead. So they came in like, I want to know what my home value is, right? Over the net home evaluation, something like that. what I used to do was send them a evaluation, a nice write-up, and a copy of the report. What they did was never contacted me back, never took any action. I didn't know if they saw it or not.
Yeah.
So now what we do is quite different. I'm going to send them a simple email, and then I'm going to include a picture. This is the picture that's in their email. And it's much bigger, and this says "Hello, Jorge," right? So I want them to click that. When they do, they get their home evaluation. Now, the way I set this up, and it's going to run slower because everything runs slower.
Jorge, this is Aaron Kinn. We've been trading some emails back and forth, but I had some trouble locating your property because you had submitted 12237 Fiddler's Trail, but I finally found you and found the house, so I can give you kind of a quick overview of what your home is, your home value. And we got a few things to show you with regards to that. I do know your neighborhood actually very, very well. I used to actually live just a few blocks from you, and I lived on Berrywood Trail a few years ago. So not very far from you at all, actually right up here in this area. So I know your area well, sold several homes in there.
So what we do is we start off the video. So I'm doing this as a Loom presentation. The reason I like Loom is I got this little picture of me in the corner. And then what I can do in Loom that I like, that I'm not sure if I used BombBomb years and years ago, got out of it, whatever. So I went with just Looms because I can do screen recording. And then I can actually download the video so I can upload the video into YouTube. The reason I want them into YouTube is I can resell them at the end of the video. They can see other videos, things like that, subscribe to the channel. I ask them to do so during this, to keep it up on the market. I do monthly reports, so on and so forth, right? So this is basically Google Earth. So earth.google.com. And I type in their address. If you saw at the very beginning, I type in their address, so it flies in and shows them their area. It's just a way to get them interacting with the video because it is something they've probably not seen themselves, because most people don't do this for their home, right? So it's a way to get them to interact, watch the video. Obviously, if I don't know them, I'm going to use their name in a targeted "Hello, Jorge" kind of thing. Anything, you don't have to have a whiteboard or anything, just piece of paper, yellow notepad. Thing is, when you're taking this from your camera, it'll flip everything, so you do have to reverse the image, right? So that it actually comes out and it's not backwards and egorge, which wouldn't work. So we then put them in, send them this, and then I know if they watch it based on how many views the video has. Because no one else has this, it's a custom link only sent to them. So that's the first kind of video that we're going to send. That's going to be to things like leads that come, people on another service that we utilize, which I'm going to go over in just a second. When they ask for an updated home evaluation, we do this as well. So I'm doing anywhere between 3 and 7 of these a day. I always try to do one of these, which is a home anniversary from somebody we've sold a home to, or a friend, family, what have you. And then I'm going to do 2, 3, 5 of these to any kind of over-the-net evaluations, things like that, depending on how they come in. The average time to do this, honestly, is however long the video is, so 5 minutes. And I'd say it takes about 5 to 7 minutes of total. So 10 to 20 minutes.
So 38.
You got it. So that's the first CMA a day. The second one is when we send it to friends, family, people that already know, like, and trust us. This is an example of the home anniversary one that actually I did this morning because their home anniversary is tomorrow. So I actually did this prior to getting on the call. So this is utilizing Canva and the whiteboard feature. So I can go just drop stuff in. It's free. You can buy upgraded versions of Canva, but this is free, so I use the free side. So basically, I take a picture of the home that they bought when they bought it, put in here, happy 5-year home anniversary, Obviously, this is the address. And then I'm going to do market stats on the property. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I'll show you the actual video that we did and how we utilize this as well too. But I'm going to give them price per square foot, days on market. And then I'm going to give them a Zillow estimate, Redfin estimate. And then Jeff, what I'll do is I'll put a document together that has links to all of these.
Okay.
So that people can go rewatch these if they want scripting or what I say.
Sure.
Honestly, I do not use a script. I basically just shoot off the cuff. That's when I'm using a script, I sound like a robot. I look like I'm reading and it just is horrible. I never use a script on any video, whether it's 5 minutes or an hour. I may have a run sheet like I have today, but that's about it. And then I pulled up their market report. Now I'm only going to use pendings and closed. Obviously, I want a little bit of my branding in there. And then can you guys see all this? So their purchase price, $272,500, and the close date of when they purchased it. Because I want to show them what they've built in equity over the last 5 years. This is awesome nowadays because our markets, I've talked to probably any one of you, have improved immensely over 5 years, even over 2 years. Now, when we get into somebody that bought it last year or something, it might be a little tighter, but I'm still going to give them real data. The thing I really like here is Zillow and Redfin. Now, there's a service that our MLS provides. It's called Remine. If you search their address, it gives you like 7 different auto evaluations. So I like Zillow and Redfin because everybody knows those. And I love that there's such a big gap of 451 to 403. And then I get to tell them what I think both of these companies wrong, right? Most of the time. Some of the times they're right. So we will tell them if, hey, Zillow was actually accurate this time. It's shocking. So we'll go in then and we will create the email. So here's their email that I have created for them. I'm going to, if you're utilizing Gmail, this is how we do it. So you can't go in here and hit an attachment to attach the picture because then it'll put it as an actual attachment. It'll just be, there'll be nothing there. We want to have it visual so they actually see it. So you have to go to this little insert photo right here. And then go to upload. Choose the picture we want to upload. So Mike and Emily. So I basically just take the screenshot of me doing the report in this one. I don't have to say, hey, Mike and Emily, they already know who I am, right? These are people that already know, like, and trust me. This is just providing extra value. Now I will want to input the link in this picture because I tell them just tap on the picture and it'll open up for you. Thanks again for your business. So you highlight the picture and then you're going to go down here into insert link. You'll go into their web video. Sorry, I have all these things here I can hardly see.
You're good.
So let me go find their video. Slow as Christmas. Okay, here we go, content. And here's their video. So I'm just going to go in here, get shareable link, go back into my email. Hopefully this isn't too remedial for you guys. Hit web address right here and do OK. So now when they click that picture, it's going to go to that link. It's going to go to their YouTube video. So if I click it, here it is. And it starts off. And I'll let you guys watch this one. It's only 2 minutes long.
Hi, Mike and Emily. This is Aaron Kinn. I was just wanting to say happy 5-year anniversary in your home. I can't believe it's been that long. I know when we were looking, it was kind of a crazy season in your life, moving here from another state, and we found the perfect home for you. Actually, an open door property. I'm sure you've done tons of work to it since then. But I wanted to send you this updated market evaluation of what your home is worth, where you are, where you sit with an equity position in your property. basically what is happening in your neighborhood is we've got average square footage price of $231 a square foot. Average days on market is 38 days, which is actually trending down. If I went and compressed it to like 2 months, we'd be at like 11 days on market. So it's actually moving much faster than that now. We did have that slow period because of interest rates. Zillow says your property is worth $451. Redfin says your property is worth $403. All good news when you purchased your property for $272.5 back 5 years ago. But those are both wrong. In my estimation, what I did was I pulled up properties here that are both pending and sold. I didn't include any properties that are on the market simply because those will constantly be changing. You only need to look at what your competition is once you have the bug and are ready to sell. But as far as where your equity position lies, if I was to market your property right now, looking at the comps that are on the market, I would say you're probably in the 460 to 470 range, which puts a significant amount of equity in your pocket. You guys did very, very well when you purchased that home. And the market has definitely helped you over the last handful of years as you've increased in value by close to $200,000. So not too bad of an investment. And I just wanted to say thank you for trusting me back then and continuing to follow me. This will be on my YouTube channel. So if you could do me a huge favor, just like and subscribe to that. We provide a lot of good videos on updating homes and what the market's doing. We do a market report every single month. So you can kind of stay up to date with what's happening in the market and what you're doing with your home. I look forward to speaking with you here again soon. And I hope you get those cookies we sent out. Have a blessed day.
And that's basically it. That's the anniversary video, 2 to 3 minute little video. Actually, the home evaluation videos that we send clients that don't know us are actually longer simply because we're trying to sell a little bit more in those videos. This is just providing good information.
You tell a little bit more about yourself and your business and how long you've been in and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay.
And
real quick, Paul has a couple questions, Aaron, if you want to.
This, and then we'll get to questions.
Go ahead.
And at the very end of that video, I talked about cookies. That's one thing that we started doing is every home anniversary of our clients, we have this company around here called Tiff's Treats. I'm sure you can utilize anything. I don't know if you have Tiff's Treats there or wherever you are, but I'm sure there's a company that does something similar. Basically, we can send a dozen cookies to someone for like $15. So every year we send a dozen cookies on their home anniversary and tie it in with this email and video. So, and then we'll put something on the card like PS, make sure to watch your YouTube video on your home market update. So if they haven't got it in their email or went into spam or something like that, they go search it. So, all right, I'll stop sharing and then I can answer some questions and we'll go into the next thing.
Real quick, Tracy was asking cookies from where you said Tiff's Treats. I know send out cards, guys. That's one that a lot of people use. You know, they do the same thing. You send out brownies or cookies, different things. Yeah. So
we use Tiff because they show up at their doorstep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah. So nice. It's awesome.
Tiff, TIFF.
TIFF. It was a company that was created in Austin. I know they're in a few states, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah. You have them delivered to your house too, Aaron?
Once more.
So, couple questions here real quick. Paul, you want to mute yourself real quick? You can just ask, you were asking the name of the AVM search site. Is that right?
Yeah. So you mentioned this AVM search site that pulls like from 7 different ones. What's the name of that?
It's called Remine. R-E-M-I-N-E.
R-E-M-I-N-E or just R-E-M-I-N-E?
E-M-I-N-E.
Okay. All right. Got it. And then you said reverse the image. Yeah, I've noticed that, you know, if you're doing something on a phone and you write something that it does come out already reversed. How do you reverse it back?
Yeah. So there's a setting in your phone. It looks like 2 like triangles facing each other. And you just click that.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Jacob is asking, do you get permission before you post to YouTube? You're exposing their home to general public. Go ahead, answer that. Yeah.
It's a private video or it's unlisted, so it just has they're the only ones that can see it, or somebody with the link, right? So you guys will be able to see it, but don't turn me into that. But anywho, no, it's just they're all private.
That makes sense, Jacob. And you can do that in the settings when you're creating a video on there. One of the last things is, do you want it public, private, or unlisted? And you just check the one that you want. You know, if it's private, then only people with the link can see it. They could send that link to like their family or friends or whatever if they wanted to. You know.
Yeah, so I usually do them all as unlisted. So if they do want to share it, hey, look what my realtor sent me, then those people can also open it with the link.
Definitely.
Any other questions?
Brian has a question. In the material last week, you showed purchasing a website for the prospect. Do you keep that site active and update it for things like this video? Or do you let it go after they decide to list with you and become clients? Good question.
I keep it for 1 year because that's my contractual term with GoDaddy.
GoDaddy. Okay.
So then I delete that after I just don't renew it. This I do not have to, because I want them actually to go to my YouTube site to subscribe to there. I want to try to build my YouTube channel. You know, it's in massive, like 60 something followers now. So, you know, that's the one thing I am focused on big time right now, though, is actually doing videos consistently and building that channel up. So
for sure.
This is something we just started tagging people into so that we could get more followers.
Gotcha. Cool. Keep going. Good stuff.
So I'm going to share my screen again. This is always dangerous. Okay. So that's basically YouTube. The next site that we utilize is called Homebot. If you haven't heard of Homebot, you need to. Homebot is awesome. It is the best thing that we utilize for consistent updates to both sellers and buyers. And this is like when I log into Homebot. I think Homebot, it's super cheap too. So most of the stuff I'm going to show you today is pretty much free because I'm like a budget person. I know everybody in here is, you know, so this is, I think, $50 a month for 500 clients on here. And then it's $5 a month for every 250 after that or something like that. Don't quote me exactly on the price, but I know it's pretty close to that. Why Homebot is so good is it sends updates, and I'll show you what it sends to people here. But one of the things I want you to see is in the last 30 days, automatically, this has sent out 781 home reports to my clients. So basically, anybody that ever comes in asking about their home value, or they say they're a seller or indicate that they're a seller, they go into Homebot. My VA every day pulls these out, puts them in, right? Unfortunately, there's no Zapier quick add link or API or anything like that. So you have to manually enter them, but who cares? So it takes 5 minutes. So you go in, I have 781. Out of those sends, 513 open. That's a 65% open rate. Remember, these are going to past clients, yes, but also cold leads. 65% is ridiculous. Like,
huge.
I remember doing email marketing back in the day through my CRMs and stuff, and we were begging and trying to get 8 to 10% open rate. 80 or 65% is ridiculous. 51% on the buyer side. Crazy. So, and here's some of the stuff. Now, if I'm showing you this and you're in my market and there's a phone number there and you call them, I will hunt you down and beat you. But anyways, if we go in here, here's Teresa Shaw. So she's explored market temperature. She tuned her value, meaning she thinks her home's worth more or less than what Homebot said. I'll show you here in just a minute. She messaged me, hey, I'm looking at instant offer interest or what my value is. So I have a listing appointment with her tomorrow, right? So when I get that, I get a text on my phone, I get an email anytime somebody plays with their values, because that's an opportunity for me to do what? Reach out with a phone call first, and then I'm going to create a video for her, right? If I can't get her on the phone. So if we go into Teresa, we'll play with her information. Again, here's her info. You're in my market, don't call her. Anyways, it'll tell you about her. This is my view, right? So she has a 3.2, 1,800 square feet. Here's her loan. This is pulled right off of tax records. And they estimate her value at 326 and 236,000 in equity. Would this be somebody you'd be willing to talk to and list their property? Absolutely, right? So if I preview the digest, hopefully this works. This is what she sees, okay? So she gets this. So every month this gets sent out. There's actually 2 emails that go out. There's a home report that's specific to their home, and there's a report that's specific to their market. So here's the estimated home value. This is where they can tune it, meaning they can make adjustments. You can see right here, she tuned it right here. That's why this little wrench, right? If I click this, this is her mortgage, her current balance, if she's still in this. And she can go yes, no, or I had another mortgage, right? So it says 76177's in demand. She can click this and see all about that zip code and what's happening. I won't click that just for the sake of, I don't know where it's going to take me and if things will screw up. So I'm just going to stay here for right now and then we'll do it after. So it says that here's your net worth of your home. If you sold it right now, what could you do with that money? You could refi and save. You might have up to 489,000 in purchasing power for a new home. You could use 100K of that and do what you need to do, right? So here's if you actually did some extra stuff like paid off towards principal, things like that. So I am partnered with a lender. So the lender pays for half of this every single month because I'm marketing them, and I'll show you that in a second. So if they paid 100 extra more each month, you could save $9,600. Let's say you were good and you could do 300. Oh, you'd save 20,000 off the interest payments, and you pay your home off 6 years earlier. All this is stuff that people want to know, right? And then if you bought a new home, here's what you could afford. You bought an investment property, you rent your home and buy another one. Sell and pocket the cash. You had 213. So this is all done automatically. I don't have to do anything. Here's some things you could utilize that money for. Here's the lender. So we have people in there who are like, hey, what if I refinanced? Or what if I did a cash out refi? Things like that. He gets those leads, right? I get them too. Another reason to give them a call. If you rented your home on Airbnb, how much could you potentially earn? And it tells them, nightly rates, how much a month they could get. So let's say, I could rent it out for $1,500. I'd make $1,800 a month, which is wrong. This is the one thing that is wrong. They're always undershooting. But I just did an awesome 27-minute video on Airbnb on my YouTube channel. So check it out. And then they can share this with other people. I've had people add extra addresses. Here's information about me, and that's about it. So I can also go up in here and see what 76177 is doing. And they can play this and say, I want an instant offer for my home. So that's what she selected, right? So she came in saying, hey, I want an offer. I don't want to go to the market. I just want you to make me an offer. Well, I'm going to come show her what the difference of me making her an offer, which is going to be 20 to 30% under market, and what her selling at market is, right? So which one do you want to do? And it tells them, there's 41 homes in your market that are selling around 84 days. Here's the averages in 76177. Here are some of the homes for sale nearby. Awesome, right? So very, very powerful. Definitely something that you want to do. For $50, I mean, it's a absolute no-brainer.
Aaron, how do you use it for buyers? I mean, you said, what do you do? Like a buyer lead comes in. Let
me go back to.
What does it do? What does it do for buyers?
I'll show you. It basically has my IDX tied into it, just like my KD Core or anything else, right? So, but I'll show you here. So buyers, so you can see homeowners, we have 1,682. Buyers, we have 1,394 of them. It's still opening. And a lot of these are sellers as well, right? So she's looking in 76262. So here's what it sends them, a buyer report. So I can go preview the report. see what it sent them. So here's your
I see.
private market. Here's the market temperature in the area you're looking, right? Find areas you're thinking about, so on and so forth. And then it'll also give her properties too if she goes and starts exploring the markets in here.
Right.
So.
And you're getting alerted every time somebody's doing anything in here in terms of
Exactly.
text or email or something. So you know how to now it gives you a reason to call them.
Yeah, so you can see she's in here quite a bit.
Yeah.
Right? And I can also, let's say, I tune their value or whatever, I can send the report, and send them a new report. Hey, check out the YouTube video I just did for you on this. This is why I think the price is here.
Nice.
Any questions on this one? There's no way I'm going to get through all of this, Jeff. Just telling you.
We might add a fourth part.
Yeah.
Any questions on this, guys? Homebot? Paul, you mentioned that your lender pays. Yep. We do the same thing. We have a lender that splits it with us. Let's see. Just an off question here. Andy asks, is there a special camera you use? I think going back to your YouTube stuff from before, or just your phone or computer camera?
So when I'm doing the videos, because it's got me in the corner and then all the report, I'm using just a webcam. I have a Logitech Brio, I think it's called.
Yeah.
$100. Shoots pretty good video. And then for every other video, I utilize this. So usually I use the backward facing camera, not the forward facing camera. It's just a little bit better. So that's what I shoot all my videos with. I don't have any fancy equipment. I do have a couple lights, and a green screen behind me if I do want to do a fully editable video.
Aaron, did you say Homebot, Homebot?
Yep, Homebot. So it's, I think it's homebot.ai or no, homebot. Anybody help me there? I know if you could go to homebot.com, it's like some hardware store or something. So homebot app.com.
Cool. Just do a Google search, you find it.
Yeah.
So cool. Let's keep going.
Nope. Good. So that's something we utilize to create a lot of listing opportunities, keep people in touch with their market, what's happening with their house. And then, of course, we tag that in with video. Next thing is Google your business page. So you can see, how do you create a Google business page? This is what you want to do, because I can't create another one because I already have one for my email address. So go to Google, create a Google My Business account. That's what you want. So you're just going to click Google Business Profile, get listed on Google, follow the steps. It's super simple. Once you've created it, you then want to maximize this profile. This is something that we've done and has been very, very good for our business. I think last year I sold 14 homes from Google alone, no marketing, free, 14 homes. Just feed it data, right? So one of the things that I can tell you that helps maximize your site, have your picture as the front picture, as the main picture. And we'll go through this in just a second, but I'm going to go through page at a time because there are some important things on here. Reviews are the most important thing. We have 120. I want like 1,000. I know that when I clicked over from having 90 reviews to 100 reviews, our calls went up immensely. I mean, we got a lot more calls, a lot more emails once we clicked that 100 review thing. Now, you may be thinking, I don't have 100 people I know or I've sold homes to. You may not have. Heck, half the people I don't know, they don't respond to this. Like, I would try to send this to every buyer and every seller that we've ever done business with, and I only have 120. But the cool thing about Google is it's not Zillow. And Zillow requires you to actually have bought or sold a home with you in order for them to give you a review. Google does not. So every one of you on this call could go into my Google page and give me a 5-star review, and it'd give me more reviews, right? But you would say something like this: hey, if I was ever moving to Dallas Fort Worth, I would definitely call Aaron Kinn. He's the best in the business as far as real estate marketing go. Hint, hint. You could give me a 5-star. No. So this is the way that you can build your business. Think about it. You could go into your Facebook group. Every friend that you have, send them a message. Hey, I'm trying to build my business page on Google. I'm a little behind the 8 ball. Could you give me a 5-star review? I'll send you a $5 gift card to Starbucks. I'll buy your next coffee, whatever. Right? So you bribe them for a review. This can be friends, family, contractors, buyers, sellers, anybody that knows you and knows of you that will give you a 5-star review. It is important for it to be 5 stars. Okay. The other thing is, once we went over 100 reviews, those 4-star reviews, like we had a couple that gave us 5 for things and then 4 for something, right? So it doesn't come out as 5, it comes out like 4.7. Well, Google's like, we'll throw that one out. It's still there, but it doesn't impact my rating, right? So it stays at 5 stars. Very, very important. So service options, we do online appointments, in person, areas served, hours open, 24. You must do 24 hours. And this is something that stinks, but they keep track of every person that calls you through Google. Like when they hit the phone to call, and if you don't answer, they have a rating for you if you're going to answer or not. That depends on how much you show up or not. So there's a lot of spam calls that I answer because I don't want to have a bad rating of me. Because they gave me 14 closings at, I think it was like $190-something thousand in commissions for free. Right? So I will answer all those spam calls for that amount of money. I also put on here my Calendly so they can book direct. I've had several people that just book, and I'm like, who the heck is this person? And I realized they came from Google. Products are your listings, all right, or any kind of booklets or things that you have on local cities. So these are products. When we sell the listing, we leave it as just sold for a little bit and we take it off. And then we go down questions and answers. So get your family to ask you questions about real estate and then answer them. Because again, this just helps the algorithm. It helps you stand out. People that don't have this filled out get less people sent to their site. Google is Big Brother. Google owns YouTube. So guess what they like? Video. So add your videos to your YouTube or to your Google channel as well, right? The more stuff you can add, the better. I will add one other thing. You want to try to get over 100 photos on your Google My Business page. The reason you want over 100 photos is that's when Google's like, this is an advanced business. You can see my profile strength looks good. It's green, they like it. When you don't have those things, it's going to be yellow or red, right? Couple other things. If I go to edit my profile, in your description, you want to use all the characters that they give you. Even if you have to think of stuff. If you can't think of stuff, go into ChatGPT and ask it to give you a description about your business. I need a 500-word description about my business, that I'm an expert in real estate, and it'll spit out 500 words. Opening date, that's when I started real estate. It'll give you 20 areas to service. So I picked 20 of the areas that are closest to me or areas that I want included. There's some areas that aren't covered in this, but they overlap. So for instance, there's a town called Watauga here. It's in between Keller and Fort Worth. Well, because I have Keller and Fort Worth on this, it automatically includes Watauga. It just gets sucked in there, right? So I still get leads from there as well too and show up. Then you can add all this other stuff if you want. It's not necessary. Always answer your phone. Always respond to things very, very fast. They will give you an app to download as well too. But it's super simple. I created a site that's super easy. That's the one I showed you guys the other day, last training. For our clients to get there, it's just reviewthekinteam.com. So that's what I give everybody. So they click that, the review box automatically pops up, right? So it's easy for them to submit a review. The one downfall of Google as far as the reviews go, is you have to have a Gmail account in order to leave a review. That is the one issue.
Yeah.
Any questions on this? I know I flew through it, but
That's awesome. 14 closings last year.
Yeah.
From Google.
Google.
Yeah.
And not paid Google, not pay-per-click, not what's the other one? It's like if you search your name, there's 3 agents pop up. I have that as well too. I only had 1 closing from that. And
Hey, Aaron, what is that site that gives you the 500-word description?
ChatGPT. It's all the rage. Go on TikTok. It's like 90% of the videos.
Everybody's talking about ChatGPT.
So it's AI, but it will replace a lot of copywriters, things like that. I help it to help me write listing descriptions. It's awesome. So
Elon Musk is scared of it right now.
I'm scared of it. AI.
Let's not go down the rabbit hole here. Real quick, Delisa asked, because we could, did you request Google reviews from past clients all at once? I've heard Google flags or restricts them if they come in all at once.
I think you have to have like over 10 reviews in a day where it'll start being like, okay, something's going on here.
Okay.
So,
and let me ask you, Aaron, they don't actually have to write out a review, right? I mean, they could just give you 5 stars and hit submit.
that's it. But you do want, here's a couple over the top tips, but in your Google reviews, if you go into the reviews, you want to respond to every review. If they are a client, you want to teach them how to write the review, simply for the fact that you want to target those cities. So like, for instance, Connor here has like an awesome review, but he didn't include where I helped him buy and where I helped him sell. Google likes that. So in my response, I've enjoyed all 3 times working with you now, a couple times in Hearst, and now your dream home in Fort Worth. Your family is quite honestly the sweetest. I'm glad I can call you clients and friends, right? Super simple, but 2 indicators in there, Hearst and Fort Worth. So now when people are searching realtors in Fort Worth, this review could pop up in that search. Very, very important to do, right? Hey, look, somebody reviewed me. I'm at 121. Sweet.
There you go.
Thanks, Brian. So it is by far the best thing to do, especially it's free. It is a little tedious to get it up and running, but you just want to feed it. So if you do blogs, feed your blog into here. If you take pictures of homes, put that in there. If you do videos of homes, little shorts, YouTube things, do them and throw them in here as well too. Everything you put in there, the better it will perform. Any other questions on this? DNA, Jeff?
Andy just asked real quick, so it helps through SEO. Yeah,
it builds your SEO in through Google when you're doing all of this on your Google My Business page.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Yep.
Keep going. Next,
I did. Somebody put in here, get in the reviews like pulling teeth. I did bribe some clients. I'm like, when I first started, I had 0. I was like, I need to get to like 50 now. So I went to all my clients and I'm like, hey, if I buy you a cup of coffee, would you do me just a quick favor? It takes like 2 minutes. I'm like, yeah, what is it? And I sent them the Google review sheet. Hey, just review me on the services we provided, or anything about your home would be awesome, or where you live, even better. But, and then I just sent them an e-gift card from Starbucks. Super simple. Yeah. All right, next. This is a free site to get the leads, but you pay a 25% referral fee on everything. For me, I was always taught that you wanted to invest in marketing the same you would pay somebody else for a referral fee. So 25%. Now, I don't spend 25% on marketing, but I'd gladly spend 25% for a referral fee. So if you sent me Luminita here, and she wanted to buy a $600,000 home, I'd gladly send you 25% to earn that commission. Well, Fast Expert does this for you. Now, you do have to have some real estate experience, some sales history, because they are going to go off of your past success, and because they want to market you as an expert in the area, right? but you can see I have 497 leads through here. Now, some of these leads are awful. Some of these leads are great. We close anywhere from 5 to 7 of these every single year, right? And the main part of it is just being on top of them. Like, okay, what is this road? You can tell that's an awful lead. I don't know where he is, but maybe his phone number works, right? So I'm going to continually call these people. Some people are super right on top of it, some not. We just converted one that we signed to a buyer rep agreement yesterday. She's been on Fast Expert for 19 months. So, but she's in our drip program. She just gets stuff. I didn't even know who she was when she came in. Like, hey, I need to talk. I think I'm ready to buy a house. Who are you? So I had to find out that she even came from Fast Expert, but she did. So this is both buyers and sellers, like I said, free. Other services that do this are like Homelight, Ojo. I just use this one because not a lot of people have heard of Fast Expert. A lot of people have heard of Homelight. Opcity. Opcity charges too big a fee. I won't work with them. I don't really want to pay more than 25%. Yeah.
Does this cost money to get signed up with and to join, or is it no? It's just free, but then the 25% referral fee.
Yeah, they do have a service on there where you can spend like $400 to like boost your profile. Garbage. Doesn't give you anything extra. It's nice $400 for them though.
Yeah. Do you take these people, Aaron? Do you take these and put them into your CRM, and that's how you drip on them?
One of these, you can see they get mad at me because they say, "Oh, you haven't posted an update. You haven't posted an update. Look at all these no updates." Well, they all go into my CRM. I have Zapier set up on this, so when I get one, it sends it out and pops it right into my CRM, right? And then we take that and we manually put it into Homebot. That's what we're feeding into all those sites. Same thing on the next one, ZBuyer. Oh, making me log in again. Hold on just a second. Now, ZBuyer is awesome. I've actually bought homes and flipped them off of ZBuyer and rehabbed some and just wholesaled some. And I've actually helped buyers and sellers off of ZBuyer. It's an awesome site. Now, this one does cost money. I think I pay like $300 a month for these. I get about 30 to 40 leads a month. Most of these people, not most, let's say half of these people are in distress. They need to sell now, want to sell now, and they'll tell you, right? So let's go into Shirley. Here's her information. Oh, it's opening up her Google Maps, sorry. So here's Shirley. It says, you know, this is her size of house. Here's the automated valuation that they say the reason she's selling is she's relocating. So the homeowner responded to get a cash offer advertisement. Now, almost all of them say this. Yet when you ask them about their cash offer, if they need a cash offer, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. They get defensive about this because it means, oh, I'm in trouble, or my house is a piece of garbage. So I never lead with getting a cash offer. I lead with a home evaluation. Hey, I'll make a phone call. Hey, Shirley, it's Aaron Kinn. I got your information off of the website. You requested a home evaluation. In order for me to do a better job and give you a more accurate assessment, can you tell me a little bit about your home? They tell you about your home. Oh, even better yet, I'm actually going to be in your neighborhood. I didn't realize you were in XYZ neighborhood. Yes, I did. But I didn't realize you were in XYZ neighborhood. I'm actually going to be there tomorrow. Would you be around maybe at like 2 or 4 o'clock? I can just swing by and take a quick peek. And that's how I get in the door, and I can do a listing presentation for them because they've told me everything about them. I can see the house on Google Maps, where it's located. Awesome. If I can't get them on the phone. So I usually wait like a full day, maybe 2. I'm texting them, calling them, what have you. If I can't get them, I then do the video on YouTube, pop that out. That's ZBuyer. Another thing that you could utilize, like I said, Jeff, I'm not even through all of how we get appointments, but anyway.
You're good. We'll figure it out.
The next thing that you could utilize, I don't do this because I'm not a cold caller anymore. I used to cold call expireds and things like that. I just don't do it. I don't have time for it. I don't like it, so I don't do it. But the best ones, if you're calling expireds, don't call the new expireds. Those are garbage leads. Why? Because everybody calls those. And by about the fifth one, they're cussing at you, right? So what I would do is call the expireds from 6 to 24 months ago. They probably have equity. Back then, they were probably selling too high, like 2 years ago. Like they wanted 600 for their 500 house. Well, now their home's worth 600 and they maybe don't know it. And no one's contacting them now, right? Because no one contacts old leads because they're old leads. Those are the best leads, are the old leads, honestly. If I was only to get any kind of leads, I go at any of your databases and work only leads from 12 to 24 months ago, and I will mop the floor with any of you guys on your new leads because you're just lead squirrels. You're just gathering leads just to have leads, even though they don't do anything for you, right? People are just testing waters, things like that. National Association of Realtors puts out a report every single year. It says the average buyer lead takes 274 days to transact business. The average seller lead, 412. Which leads do you want? The new ones or the ones that no one's calling anymore, right? That's all I got, Jeff. I will stop my share. Oh, the sites you can utilize to work expireds, RedX, it's called theredx.com, Vulcan 7, heard good things about that, never used it, and Land Voice. They also provide things like, if you're just a major cold caller, they give you for sale by owners, they give you expireds, they give you circle dialing so you can pull a neighborhood and you can call around your listings, things like that.
Cool.
So I got about 7 minutes or so to
There you
answer.
go. What questions do you guys have? A lot of good stuff. Okay, a lot of ideas. What questions, comments, thoughts? Anybody? Here we're getting the questions in the chat. You can unmute yourself, guys, if you want, or just raise your hand too. Brian was asking, do you discuss the iBuyer program with people that have indicated they want cash offers?
Yes, I am iBuyer certified with EXP, so that's one of them, but I also buy some. So I want to discuss my offer first before I can give the property away to somebody else. Like it is a $300,000 house and they're willing to sell it to me for 180, I'll wholesale it out, or I might buy it and flip it.
Somebody was asking, what CRM do you use?
I use Commissions Inc. I am switching to KV Core, but the switch is slow, so it may take me a while. But
Process.
I've used Commissions Inc. for 10 plus years. I just don't need those leads as much anymore, and it's a pretty hefty program fee platform.
For sure. And Amy, Land Voice was what he was talking about. Yeah, for sure. Where can I get a second listen? This video will be up probably within the next, a couple hours. I'm going to send it over to you, Aaron. You can do your stuff to it. How long did it take you to get that back last time? I think you had it back to me the same day.
Yeah.
Sometime later today, definitely by tomorrow, guys, this video will be available on the Freedom Team Workplace group, on the Freedom Team YouTube page. It'll be on Aaron's YouTube page. It'll be on my YouTube page as well. So you can find it anywhere out there.
Two YouTube pages. I have one that's for like agent training and attraction. And then I have the one I've been showing you guys today. That's all for clients and more market stuff for buyers and sellers.
One thing, guys, that I would highly recommend is doing that, the video CMA. It's something, once you get in the groove of doing it, you do a few of them, and it's something, like you said, you could do it and you just pull up their info. All you're doing is just looking at the screen, and you're just giving them the info right out there off the screen, sharing that screen with them. And you put together a 4 to 5 minute video. And other than just doing the search on their home and comps, which you can do in, a couple minutes, whatever, with your MLS, and just share that screen, and you can do this with Zoom. You can record a Zoom, you're still going to show up there on the screen. You can do Loom, you can do BombBomb, different ways to do it. The advantage of the BombBomb, I'm not sure about Loom, but you can see if they opened the video, when they watched it, how much they watched, whatever. That's one advantage there.
So I used to use BombBomb, and it was awesome because you would see, and then you would see like 3 months later, somebody opened it again, which is cool. I use a tracking software. I can't remember the name of it in my emails. So every email has tracking software in the back of it. So I can see when everybody sees my emails anyways. So I didn't need that feature. So I get the same thing. I get a report every single day who opened all my emails. Well, if I get one in there that was from an email sent 6 months ago, I know exactly what it is. I do it now to YouTube because I want to grow that YouTube channel, and it's local people, and that's all that's on there is local information.
Yeah. But you do that, I mean, again, start with one a day. Just do one a day. You might build up to 2 or 3 a day. And it would probably take you 30 minutes. I mean, you're done. Done with that for the day.
Do a list just like, they train you to do for Agent Attraction, your top 100 list, right? So do a list of all your friends, family, neighborhood, sons, daughters, sports teams, parents that that know you, and you have their email address. And if you don't, it's a good reason to talk to them. Hey, I want to put together a quick little video about your home value, shoot me your email address. It's super simple, and you're doing something for free for them. No strings attached to it. And you can see in that video, I didn't say anything about selling or listing their house or, I didn't mention any of that. It's not a sales video. It's just, hey, here's the information. I hope it helps you.
Quick update on your house.
Yeah. And like I said, most of you have a database of 100, 200, 300 people. Let's say your database is 300. That's one a day. Pretty simple. You get through your whole database in a year. Start over.
Aaron.
Go ahead, Patricia.
Hi, Aaron. This is Patricia Ann. So I'm in a new state, new market, no clients. So I'm calling the pre-foreclosure list right now through RedX. And would you send them, once I make contact, would you send them the video, or should I try to get in the house first?
Pre-foreclosure is a little different. They're definitely more touchy. I did REO for 5 years, and short sales, oh my gosh, I hope to never have to do those again. I
kind of enjoyed them, and they're out there now. They're out there now. And because of the wonderful training that we had a couple of weeks ago on short sales, that's a way to get my sign in the yard.
Oh, that's perfect.
Absolutely.
Yes, I wouldn't. If I set the appointment up, I would do the pre-video from last week that we talked about last week. So if you haven't found that, go watch that. And that's how to pre-sell yourself before you even get in. That would be very strong. I don't want to send them a video on their market and try to pinpoint a price. You'll see when I send those links out, Jeff. When you click, it was a 6-minute video, so I didn't want to go sit here for 6 minutes. But in that one, I give them a range, and it's much more substantial, like 425 to 475, because I haven't been in your home. I don't know if you've done any updates on condition. I just know your home and where it is and what the tax records are telling me. So I'm going to do my best generalization of what your home's worth.
Thank you.
Can I say something, Jeff? Or?
Yeah, Jacob, go ahead.
I just got to say thank you, Aaron. I mean, this is freaking incredible. I feel like I've been walking in mud. I'm going to listen to this 4 or 5 times, buddy. God bless you for sharing, really. Last week, too.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here, guys. And again, so much of it doesn't cost anything or very little. I mean, Homebot's so cheap and it's such a great tool. We use it. We need to enhance it. That Google page, I mean, I'm watching this. We have a page, but I need to go in there today, tomorrow, and there's a lot I need to do to it. And I can see that. And we need to get up to 100 reviews. We got about 50. And I haven't gone for it. We've done it in spurts. I just need to get it done. Because I remember you telling me that, how when you hit 100, it just exploded for you.
Yeah, and I know that every time, this is kind of pairs in with what Delisa asked, if they'll ban you or what have you. I haven't ever had them ban me or not allow me to have posts on there. But I have when I've gotten 2 or 3 or 4 reviews in succession, whether it's over a day or 2 or in the same day, my phone always rings that day or the next day. So it's like they push that site because it's active, right? So that's why you want to keep feeding it, whether it's photos or video or blog posts or reviews. The more you feed it, the more they push you.
Right. Very cool. Good deal. Well, guys, it's just right after 10, so we're going to wrap this up. We appreciate you being here. Part 3 next week, same time, same Zoom link, everything. We'll see if we need to carry this on. Whatever. Aaron, you and I will talk, but I appreciate you doing this. I know you're busy, whatever. So taking time out of your day to pour into everybody. So it's just part of what we do here. Freedom Team, EXP, everybody giving back. So appreciate it, guys. Have a great day. Have a great week. Watch for the recording. If you have other questions, you can always comment on the post, that kind of stuff. Aaron, myself, will definitely get back to you. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next Wednesday. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Aaron.
You're welcome.